Element 3 is progressive complications. This is the part of the story where the main character is trying to deal with kind of the aftermath of the inciting incident, and they're trying to get things back to a good place. And really what happens, though, is that the more they try, their story just kind of gets progressively worse and worse and worse. So a couple things to note is that these complications should progress. It's called progressive complications. So in other words, one thing leads to another, but they have to keep getting worse and worse. In Lee's story, he's trying to do the right thing. He wants to do the right thing. He's taking steps, but it's not easy. It's hard. He's frustrated. He's angry. He doesn't feel like he's getting anywhere. And internally, he's getting more and more frustrated, and he's going further and further downhill, it seems, to the point where he finally feels like, man, if this plane goes down, that's okay. I don't even care. He's basically kind of given up on his own life. Now, it would have been a mistake to start with, the fact that he was ready to throw in the towel and just let the plane go down and then talk about how difficult the things were, because that doesn't progress. It should be getting worse and worse and worse. There should be at least two complications. There has to be at least two for there to be a progression. And so look for the steps that were taken that made their life get worse and worse. Another thing, I remember a while back when we were working on a story where it was about a lady who had gotten addicted to drugs. She was trying to numb herself from the pain of losing her mother, and she became addicted to drugs. And then when the money ran out, because she was addicted to drugs, then she had to start stealing things to sell them and make money. And then she just got to the point where she was just stealing money from stores. And she got arrested, and then she got arrested again, and then she got arrested again. And we had all of these complications in her story, and we just kept going, why is this not working? It just feels like we're hitting a place, this lull, and we couldn't figure it out. And finally, we realized that when she gets arrested one time, that's bad. And then she gets arrested again, and then she gets arrested again. They're all complications, but they're not progressing anywhere. The story's not moving forward. She's not getting any worse. It's just that she's, hitting another complication. And so we had to figure out a way to make sure that it was progressing and getting worse and worse and worse. If you don't do that, then the progressive complication portion of your story is going to be flat. It's not going to be interesting. It's going to be kind of a lull, or it's going to be kind of boring. So how we fixed that was by eliminating the other two arrests. So we just focused on one arrest, and that became the low point of her story. And then we had a progression, and a progression is always much more interesting than just a flat plateau. So with that, let's take a look at Lee's progressive complications. These are a little different maybe than some. These are a little more internal. It's not all these exterior things that are going on. Lee's progressive complications are mainly internal. And so this is a great example of that. So let's check it out.
And here we are trying to sell stuff, put our house on the market, and get out of town as quickly as we can, because we run into all these people that we know, and we're both embarrassed beyond belief, humiliated. I've ruined everything, and there's no getting it back. You don't come back from this. So all I can try and do now is figure out what would just a life that isn't awful look like. She agreed to at least give it a try and see if God can do something to begin to restore us. We go immediately to some counseling, some crisis counseling. We are taking the right steps, but they are incredibly painful. Monumental effort to take an inch of ground in our relationship. And for months and months, it was just tears every day. I'm at one of my lowest points, and I'm on a plane. And so I'm sitting in that seat going, God, if this plane goes down, it's fine with me. Probably be better for my family anyway. And it was hopeless. I couldn't see a way out.